2004 e500 wagon 4matic. We're going to be doing the left and right side engine mounts. I ordered these from Rock Auto. They were very cheap. One thing to take note is when I received mine, this point here, this protrusion was broken, so watch out for that. Comes with this rubber silicone style boot, and it just goes right over it. When you jack up the car, you want to make sure that you use the center point right here near the middle. There's that jacking pad right there. That's where you want to put your jack pad at. Alright, and then once you have this inlet duct removed, you'll have pretty good access to the top mount for the bolt that goes there. And you'll need a fairly long extension. This one's probably 2.5, 3 feet. And then you just put it behind that ducting or the spark plug wire. It notches in there perfectly. Now with both engine top mounts bolts removed, you want to jack up the engine a couple inches just so that it's no longer resting on the mounts themselves, and you'll have a little bit of space in between. And I can see from my angle here that there is separation between the engine mount and the engine mount probe. I'll go ahead and jack it up just a little bit more so that you could see. And the other bottom side engine mount bolt is just right there. And from this side, you should just be able to reach in there and take this out. So here I've got the original Mercedes-Benz engine mount and the aftermarket one, and putting them side by side, you can see that the original one is significantly lower than the other. It's just worn down a lot. So we'll see how the cheap one does. It's not too bad of a process, so if this doesn't work out too well, it's pretty easy to replace, and I think this one only cost me like $20 or so. Then right there on the top part of the motor mount, you can see that notch where the motor mount clicks into for that little poker right there, this little piece. So this notch faces towards the outside of the vehicle, towards the wheel. Alright, so I just finished wire brushing it, and I'm going to add some blue Loctite to this bolt. Alright, and then I've got the top bolt also, and I'm just going to start it a few turns. Okay, so the engine mount is now down and resting on the new motor mounts. Again, make sure your pins are lined up. I just dropped it little by little, lowered the engine slightly, and then just kept making sure that it stayed aligned. The passenger side, right side, was coming down first before the driver's side, left side, so just pay attention. One side might be lower than the other. It's a little side note. I've got this little air filter for my air suspension pump, and you can see there's some tears all along this line here. So what I did is I cut off the section that had tears, and then I installed the new filter that I already had and just looped the intake off up there, kind of to keep it away from any water that might come in. So I think that'll work just fine.